phone. I want my phone. Open up. I got to waiting there on phone.
Hello, gentlemen and ladies. As you all know, I don't normally do this, but I saw a video that I needed to urgently respond to. It's a video made by a young man. I think he titled it "How to Protect Yourself from Police Extortion." Yes, that was the title. How to Protect Yourself from Police Extortion. He even did a good job of bringing a lawyer on set who shared a lot of light on what to do, telling us about our rights. Lawyer was saying that if a policeman should stop you on the road and say, bring your phone, we want to search it, you should tell them they have no right to search your phone. Don't allow them. If they want to search your vehicle, don't allow them in. Tell them, no, you don't have the right to enter my vehicle. Well, first of all, I don't know. I don't know if that will work in other countries, but I want to advise anyone viewing this video, anyone under the sound of my voice, that please, please, if you come across an armed uniformed man in an isolated road and they ask to see your phone, I don't think that is the right time to be quoting your rights to them. It's the wrong thing to do. To start telling them, okay, I know my right. The IG said, the IG is not there. You should know that most officers, most uniformed men that are out to extort money from innocent citizens, once they are armed, they believe that they can do and undo, especially where they feel they can get away with it. What I will advise you, okay, if you can gather evidence, if you can make a video without them knowing you are making a video, please do it. You can pursue your right later on when you are safe, where you are somewhere where people can at least come to your rescue. It's not the right time to be quoting your rights when you are in an isolated place. You are stranded somewhere along the expressway in the bush, and you meet these unscrupulous elements and you start telling them you know your rights. A lot of people have gone to their early graves knowing their rights. It's better for you to live knowing that you were wronged, pursuing your rights, than to die knowing your rights. It was a very wonderful piece he did, but with all due respect, I will advise strongly, if you come to a place where you find uniformed men, I don't want to mention names, and they are carrying guns, they are armed, and they ask you to open your phone, it is not the right time to be quoting law. There are situations where law cannot save you. There are circumstances, even with all due respect, does the law really work? But then you can take it to court, you can pursue the matter, you can petition them, right to the IG, right to the commissioner. Or when you are on the road and you are face to face with these people, and you know there's nobody there to come to your aid, it's not the time to be quoting your rights to them. Anyway, I'll let you see the video. You watch it and then let me know what you think.
How many of you have seen videos like this?
Open that phone. I want my phone. Open up. I got to waiting there on phone.
For waiting. What you will do?
Go and face the wrath of the law then.
It's not wrath of the law. I'm a tax-paying citizen, so there's no wrath of the law. Last man stopped me. I told them, okay, see, and they said, okay, this is what you do.
My brother,
there's no issue.
You are dealing with a senior police officer.
The truth is that a lot of Nigerians don't even know their rights. And today, I have with me Barrister Stanley. He's going to be educating the public about their fundamental human rights. And he's also going to be talking about the limitation of the law enforcement agencies, like police officers, EFCC. Some of you have been arrested for something you should not have been arrested for. Some of you have allowed them to search your phones, your car, even if they were not supposed to do that. This interview is going to educate you, and please pay attention. Welcome to the Lucky Udo experience.
There is a policy that said the police officer does not have a right to check your phone. They don't have a right even to check your cars. They don't even have a right to check your to come and conduct a search in your house. Come to people's house at the middle of nowhere.
In the night.
That's why, is it not last year that they say someone shot an EFCC officer in Oka, broke down his house, broke down the distance. So he was thinking they were armed robbers. So it was when they started beating, pushed down the wife, so they brought out the ID cards. A police officer coming to extort you because he knows that you're a fraudster. He's also a fraud. He's also a criminal. You have every right to film them, to make videos of them. In fact, sometimes they can even demand for the sake of transparency, for you to capture them on record. Or let's say you are owing me house rent and you are my landlord. You do not have the right to use police to come and arrest me.
So, Barrister Stanley, is it illegal to film a police officer?
Thank you for having me on your platform. It's always a pleasure being on Lucky Udo Experience.
Welcome. I'm glad to have you once more.
Well, police officers are public servants. So in the execution of their duty, you have every right to film them, to make videos of them. In fact, sometimes they can even demand for the sake of transparency, for you to capture them on record. But you cannot. Is a breach of their right to privacy if you maybe see a police officer in a private setting and decide to film him. But if he's executing his office or his duties as a public servant, you have every right to capture it on camera for the sake of transparency. The best way to approach a police officer, having it in mind that they are there for your protection, despite the fact that the Nigerian police officers have changed the outcome, that if you see a police officer, instead of feeling unsafe, you feel scared, maybe as a young person, is you approach them calmly and say, okay, talk to them. Of course, the ones that are more a bit educated, they will. If they are not, that's why the cameras are there. You can record it, you can. And first thing first, they have the current IG. There is a policy that said the police officer does not have a right to check your phone. They don't have a right even to check your cars. They don't even have a right to check your to come and conduct a search in your house without a valid search warrant.
Wait.
Yes.
So I have to interrupt you. You mean that police officers don't have right to search someone's car?
They don't have right to conduct a search in your car. They don't have right to search your phone. They don't have right to search your house unless they have a search warrant. If they do that, they are in breach of your fundamental right to privacy. Now just imagine now, there are people, let's say, there are cases that, there is a case that we're handling and the man said the only reason he doesn't want to give the police officer his phone is that he's in a distant relationship with the partner, the wife. And of course, they do maybe share videos and stuff like that. So just how embarrassing it could be, a police officer going through your phone and seeing all those things, and they don't. But police officer tough, they being because you the people don't know their right, or because you are scared of the outcome, you give them their phone, unless they have a valid search warrant. The only the only situation that police can search your car or your house without search warrant, if they call it a presumption. If there is a presumption that is a crime is currently being committed, let's say they got an intel, maybe you are using your car to transport a key, you kidnap someone. But if there is an intel that the car is a stolen vehicle, but if they cannot prove or show that there is an intelligence to that effect, they can't even come and search your house. There have to be a search warrant issued not by the police, by a court. A court of competent jurisdiction must issue that, and that search warrant must have your complete details. It must have your name as the resident of the house. It must have the right address of the house, not that maybe they mistake it, maybe they put your name and they did not complete. It must be sacrosanct that they have carried out their investigation and they know that the crime is being committed here, and they approach a court to issue them a search warrant before they can come and conduct a search. Anything other than that is them acting on what we call in law travails beyond their powers.
And you know the funny thing in all this, a lot of Nigerians do not even know their rights.
Yes.
So, I'd like you to tell us what is the correct procedure to report a police officer. And there are so many scenarios where police officers would threaten people and extort money from them. What should a civilian do? Should you immediately start calling them out? Or do you comply with them and then later go fight for your rights and call them out?
The best way to do it is is if you see any police a power drunk, I think I will give kudos to the current administration of the police. They don't take it lightly. If there is, I've followed up some cases. If there is any police that you feel that have done what he shouldn't do, you have every right to file a petition. They have police service complaint commission. They have a standard disciplinary committee that most of all these, and they get demoted. Some of them are being fired. But there are some instances, even me as a lawyer, despite the fact I'm a lawyer, the claim that I know all the laws, you don't expect me to be claiming that I know my right if a police officer's fully armed accosts me at the middle of the nowhere in the middle of the night. Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. The common sense thing is to comply, give them whatever they want. Just look for something you can use to identify them. You follow it up. This is what I tell my clients. But if it's maybe on the broad daylight, of course you know that they cannot. Because we have seen power drunk officers. They can shoot you and claim that you are an armed robber. I have seen cases that they put gun on your hand and said, okay, you are an armed robber, or you attacked them, that's why they shot you. And there's one that happened in Lagos, was it 2 years ago, that they shot a lawyer over because they were trying to extort the woman. Is it 100 naira or so? These people, some of them can shoot you for little things. You can just comply with them. If you know it's the middle of nowhere, comply with them. Just look for something you can use. But most of them are cunning now. They don't collect. They did now that they don't even collect transfer. They have to take you to a POS, you withdraw and give them.
So there'll be no trace.
So there will be no trace.
And no evidence.
And there will be no evidence. But sometimes there is one now that some now in this FC, they used to collect crypto. There are some cryptos that have helped some of our clients to recover. This officer, they made mistake now. They took them to their office in this Asabato in Asokoro. Mm-hmm. I think about $5,000.
Jeez,
they are that police officers, the crooked ones, they are that heartless and greedy. I think they carried those guys from Guarimpa, drove them around. They threatened that they will shoot one that if he did not comply and this thing. That was like 3 months ago. Collected about $5,000 from his wallet. The reason why the guy out of the threat came to me and said, okay, he will not let that money go. He said his money wants to use and pay school fees because he got admission abroad to go. That he and we happen to his SAS office here. I happen to know their commander. His name is DCP Sanusi, he's the Deputy Commissioner of Police. And the truth is, if you happen to get to know their superiors, they don't take these things lightly. They are out to fight this corruption. So the good thing is, if anybody extorts you, approach. If you know any superior officer, if you know any lawyer, they can always help you do this thing. But the best approach is, if a lawyer, even me as a lawyer, if a police stops me, although because of my this thing, I don't know if I should say, because of the kind of car I use, police don't stop me. Because it's kind of executive car. Even if police stops me, you interact them as human being. The first thing first, if he's a police, he's robed, he's on uniform. They always have their name tag on their breast pocket. So address that police officer by his name. If you call that police officer by his name, he will be consciously aware, at least you know his name. Those are the ones wearing uniform. You address him if he's Mr. Sanusi. Hello, Mr. Sanusi, how are you, sir? How are you doing? You relate with them.
Yeah, he will not be conscious.
He will not be conscious. Yes, that be identified. Yeah. Because their name tag is there. The ID number is also there.
But there are cases where I've looked at police officers and I did not see especially even soldiers. Yes.
Now that is wrong. They have also, unless they are carrying out some illegal duty. The duty is that if a police officer is on operation, he must wear something identifiable. But there are some exceptional cases because of the kind of assignment. But all those ones doing stop and search on the road, the directive has always been, they then wear so that you know where they're coming from. You know his name and this thing.
The uniform is there.
Yes.
But the tag and the number is not there.
With the name you can.
The name is not even there. I don't know how they hide it. I don't know if there are uniforms now that do not carry these labels anymore.
No, he's wrong. They've made there have been other series that a police officer on operation must wear his this thing. If his name is not there, they always come with a CN or a car. Look for the plate number. These are things you can trace them with.
Good.
Look at it and say, or ask them the plate number. If he's been on it, because I've seen situations the clients will say, okay, I did all these things and they're still being proven unnecessarily difficult. Okay, ask them, what station are you coming from? Let's go to this station. The only thing is that.
So you have seen the video. Like I said, it was a very good piece. It's very educative. He did a good job highlighting your rights as a citizen so that you don't get trampled on. But then there are instances where your rights does not count. And those instances, you should know what to do. You should know how to apply wisdom to stay alive and be safe. Thank you.